So to work this beautiful scarf, all you have to do is to work a nice and long pineapple stitch motif, and actually it's a like a stripe. I will show you. It's here we have the first one. Now as you can see, I have the tassels here. Here we have the first motif. Then on the right side begin the second, then on the left side is the third, on the right side it's the fourth, and so on. So this is the beautiful part actually. The idea that I really loved of this really easy way of making a scarf. So it's actually a graphic that I found on the internet, and I will show you the graphic. This is the graphic, and as you can see, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, now for the graphic, you can, I will let you the link below, the link of my blog, where you can actually find the graphic. So it's maybe it's easier for you to follow the graphic, but I will show you how to work actually the scarf. So let us begin. Now of course, for a nice summer scarf you will want a nice airy and summer scarf. You will want to use a cotton thin cotton, and actually I am using a nice and thin cotton and a 3mm hook, so a kind of sport yarn, I don't know. It's a yarn that goes actually with 3mm hook. So on the label of this cotton is written that it can be worked with 2.5 from 2.5mm hook to 3mm hook. So okay, now let us begin, and I just want to begin with the slip knot and with a chain of 4. Make the first chain a little bit larger, 2, 3, 4, because it's in this chain that we will work a lot lots of stitches. Now yarn over and into the very first chain you made, as I said, work 1 double crochet and 1 more, and this is my first group of 3 double crochets with the chain 3. We have 3. Now chain 2 and into the same first chain work 3 more double crochets, and this is actually our first shell. Okay, now work 5 chains, yarn over and 1 more shell, which means it all into the same first chain. That's why I said work it a little bit larger, because there are plenty of stitches that we have to work in. Now chain 2 and 3 more double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and this is the beginning row. Okay, so we have a shell, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, a chain of 5 and another shell. So from now on along the pattern, when I will say shell, work a shell, it's this shell, so 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, now we begin almost all of our rows with a chain 5. So only when we will attach actually another motif we will begin with a chain of 3, but the rest of the rows is you will begin them with a chain of 5. Now chain 5 and turn into the chain 2 space of the first shell, work a shell. Chain 2 and another group of 3 double crochets. Now okay, now chain 5 and into the third chain of the chain 5 here work a single crochet and 5 more chains. Yarn over and into the chain 2 of the next shell, work a shell. 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now chain 5 to begin another row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn into the chain 2 space of our shell, work a shell. So we will begin and we will end each of our rows, almost all of them, with a shell. And 3. Okay, now we have the shell. Now we will chain 5 again, 3, 4, 5, and insert the hook into the third chain of the first chain 5 and single crochet in it. Chain 5 again, insert the hook into the third chain of the second chain 5 of the previous row, and work a single crochet in it and chain 5 more. Now yarn over and into the next, actually into the shell, chain 2 space of the shell, work a shell. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now this is what we have so far and we want to continue on. Now chain 5 to begin another row. Turn and begin with your shell, which means it's a group of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, all worked into the same chain 2 space of the previous shell. Now here we have 3 chain 5 spaces. Now we will work like this. We want to chain 5 and to skip the first chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, skip the first chain 5 and into the second chain of the next chain 5, so the second chain 5, this one, the middle one, work 1 double crochet, chain 5, yarn over, skip 1 chain of this chain 5 and into the next work 1 more double crochet. Okay, now chain 5 again and work the last shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and into the chain 2 space work another shell. 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Okay, begin with the next row with chain 5 and turn. And this is what we have so far. So, okay, so yarn over and into the chain 2 space of the shell of the previous row, work a shell. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Now from this row, you don't have to count the rows. I will say to you all that you have to keep in mind to just go on for the length that you need for your scarf. So don't count because there's no need. Okay, now the shell is finished and now we will begin. So from this row we will begin. So after you complete the row with the double crochet, chain 5 double crochet into the middle chain 5 of the previous row, you will begin to work 4 chains and 4 chains, not 5, okay? Until now we worked with 5 chains. Now we will begin with 4 and 4, and actually in the middle here, into the chain 5 in the middle here, we will begin with the pineapple motif. Now chain 4, yarn over twice, and into the chain 5 in the middle, this one with the double crochets, we just have to work 14 triple crochets. And just be sure there are 14 because it's very important. So this actually is something that you have to count. So there must be 14 triple crochets. Now I worked all my 14 triple crochets, and as I said, I will chain 4 again, and I will work my shell into the double crochet into the chain 2 space of the shell of the previous row. And now I am ready to begin another row and chain 4. So this is something that we will repeat. So shell, it's really clear that we repeat the shell at the beginning and the end of each of our rows, then shell and chain 4, chain 4 and shell. So this is how we begin and end our rows. Now chain 5 to begin, 3, 4, 5, work your shell, 2 and 3, and chain 2, and again 3 double crochets, 3. Okay, now chain 4, and into each of our 14 triple crochets work a single crochet, then finish with chain 4 and the shell. Okay, so in each of your 14. Okay, I finished the row and I also completed my first, so the chain 5 to turn and my first shell. Now for the rest of the motif, so I am talking about one particular motif, we will work only single crochet. So actually we will repeat shell, chain 4 and single crochet, only that we will skip the first and the last single crochet in each of our rows until we will have left 2 single crochets. So now we will skip the first and the last, and we will have 12 single crochets in this row. So we will chain 4, skip the first single crochet, insert the hook into the second, and work until you reach the last. Don't work the last. So you will have from the 14 you will have 12 single crochets. Now go on like this for the next 3 rows. So this is with 12 single crochets, then with 10 single crochets, and with 8 single crochets. And I will complete mine, these 3 rows. Actually it's the same thing, don't worry, don't panic. It's only that you have to skip at the beginning, at the end of the pineapple. Actually you will have to skip 1 single crochet, so you will have less 2 single crochets in each row. So 14, now we will have 12, into the next we'll have 10, and into the next we have 8. So I will complete these 3 rows by myself, actually off the camera, and I will be here to show you how to add actually a new motif. So I completed my 3 rounds and I have 8 single crochets. Now this is the row, so the next row with 6 single crochets is the row when we have to attach another, or to begin another motif. That's why we won't begin with a chain 5, but like this. So this is the row that you have to keep in mind, okay? The row with 6 single crochets. So when you finish the row with 8 single crochets, to begin the next one with the 6 single crochets for the pineapple stitch, you will chain 3, not 5. turn, and into the double crochet, last double crochet here, work 2 more double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So actually we work an entire shell into this double crochet of the previous shell. We chain 5 and then we skip into the chain 2 space, working the shell. And as you can see, we just attach one more motif. From here, you know, we just work the motif as we worked the first one. So this is the first row, is the shell stitch, chain 5 shell stitch. For the second row, we will work shell stitch, chain 5 single crochet into the third chain of this chain 5 and chain 5 more and the shell stitch. But we will continue on with the motif that we are working at, so this one. Now chain 4 and work skipping the first single crochet, work 6 single crochets. So from now on, for the length that you want for your scarf, you will begin another motif into the row with 6 single crochets. So when you finish the row with 8 single crochets, just you know that into the next row you turn and don't chain 5 but chain 3 and work your shell, chain 5 and the shell into the chain 2 space, okay? On one side, and on the other side we just finish the row as it is with chain 4 and our shell, okay? And now we just go on chain 2, and now I want to complete my last shell, and 3. Okay, now I just want to chain 5 again. So this is the row, just this one, when we attach a new motif. And as I said, for the length, now I am just go on and want to show you how to finish this one, and actually it's just repeating from now on. Okay, now I chain 5, I will shell stitch into the second chain, into the chain 2 space, sorry, of the previous shell stitch, and chain 4 and work 4 single crochets, because from 6 skipping 1 at the beginning and 1 at the end, we have left 4. Okay, now we will chain 4 again. We will work our shell here, 1 2 3, this is the chain 3, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets, and now here we have our new motif. So as I said, chain 5 and into the third chain of the previous chain 5, work a single crochet, chain 5 more. It's 1 2 3 4 5, yarn over and complete with the last shell stitch of the new pattern of the new motif, pineapple motif. Okay, chain 2. Okay, and now we will chain 5 and turn, and we will begin with the new motif, and then we will continue with the first motif. Okay. Okay, so let us chain 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5, turn, yarn over, insert the hook into the chain 2 space and work your shell, and this is the shell actually of the new motif just attached. 1, 2 and 3, and we will chain 5, and we will work actually 3 chain 5s, chains 5 spaces, chain 5 spaces, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now skip into the third chain of the first chain 5 of the previous row and single crochet. Now work a chain 5, skip into the third chain of the second chain of the previous row and single crochet, and chain 5 more for the third chain 5 space. Insert the hook into the shell that is the shell from the last motif, and there will be the shell, the last shell for the the second shell, how can I say, of this motif when we will finish this one. And now we chain 4 and we skip the single crochet, the first one, and we work 2 single crochets because we want to skip the last one. So from 4 we have 2, and now actually we finished 1, 2, 3, 4. We finished our first motif. So into this row we will actually close the first motif because okay, we finished it, but is a little bit like this, and we want to close it, and I will show you how. So let us chain 5 again for the next row, 3, 4, 5, and work the first shell, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now to close it we will insert the hook actually directly into the next shell, and we just want to single crochet. Okay, that's it. Now that we are ready with our, so this is the first completed motif. This is how we have to work all our motifs. And now we will just go on with this motif. So the next row will be the row with chain 5. You just have to, and skip the first chain 5 space, yarn over, and into the second chain, insert into the second chain of the chain 5 in the middle here. Work a double crochet, then work a chain 5, yarn over, skip 1 chain of the middle chain 5 here, and work 1 more double crochet and chain 5 more, and work your last shell. And as you can see, we are just repeating the pattern from now on, and all you have to do is to work this motif, and don't forget into the chain when you finish with the 8 single crochet. So when you finish the row with the 8 single crochet for the pineapple, the next row begin always with another with attaching another motif actually. So with working a chain 3 to turn, and then into the double crochet, last double crochet of the shell, work actually a completed shell, then chain 5 and into the shell work another shell, and continue with the motif, with the 2 motifs. So these are actually how many rows? Let's say 1, 2, 3. 3, yes, 3 rows with 6, 4, 2, yes, I can say 4 rows, but there are 3 rows that we will work together the 2 motifs. So the row with 6, then with 4, and with 2. Okay, these are the 3 rows, and then into the last, as you can see, we just close, so we just skip. We work the shell and we skip into the next shell with a single crochet just to close the first motif, and then we continue on with this one. So actually I want to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn, work your shell stitch. So it's actually really easy. All we have to think of is to begin. So we don't have to forget to begin to attach another motif, pineapple motif, okay, into when we finish the row with 8 single crochets. So into the next row, just begin with attaching a new. And now we have a new pineapple motif, and now we have our double crochet, chain 5 double crochet. This means that we chain 4, yarn over twice, and into the chain 5 space here we want to work our 14 triple crochets. Okay, so this is the pattern, and working like this you will see that you will have one on the right side, another motif, and one on the left side, another motif, and you will have a really nice effect. Now I have the tassels, the tassel video, so I will put the link below this one if you want to finish your scarf with 2 nice tassels, with cap or with hat. They are really nice. And that's it. This is the project. It's really easy. Make it nice and long, this scarf, so you can put it in twice, and there are so many ways of wearing a summer scarf. Okay, see you at the next tutorial. Hope you enjoy this one, and don't forget to subscribe and to like my tutorials if you like them.